We often think about legends when we talk about big clubs like Barcelona, but sometimes there are much sadder realities that take place behind the scenes, like that of Keirrison. So, what happened to this unwanted and misunderstood hero? Let's find out. So as we go into exactly what happened to Keirrison, we should first see who he is and where he comes from. Keirrison de Souza Carneiro was born on December 3rd, 1988. He goes by the moniker K9 and is a striker from Brazil. Arguably not one of the best ones to come from the football-loving South American country. His infamous nature means that there is not a lot known about his early life and where he comes from. All that we do know, though, is that he comes as the son of Operário, a famous footballer. Keirrison has always been passionate about football, but whilst most stories are ones where passion manifests into greatness, his is a bit different. In 2007, Keirrison became a fixture in Coritiba's soccer team, leading the club towards winning the Campeonato Brasileiro Series B, as well as earning promotion to the Campeonato Brasileiro Series A the following year. With 12 goals in the tournament, he was indeed the club's leading scorer. With 18 goals, he was the leading goal scorer in the Campeonato Paranaense in 2008. He made his Series A debut on May 11, 2008, as his club defeated Palmeiras 2-0, despite suffering an injury during the match. He stayed with Coritiba for almost 2 years and then moved away in 2009. In January 2009, Keirrison joined Palmeiras. On January 24, 2009, he made his club breakthrough against Mogi Mirim, having scored 2 times in a 3-0 triumph. Palmeiras defeated Real Patosa 2-1 in the Copa Libertadores preliminary round on the 29th of January 2010. Palmeiras' official website said on June 26th that Barcelona had made a bid for the striker. It was around this time that he had finally made it big, as his career pinnacled as its early success. As typical as it is, he had caught the attention of just the right people, and his story seemed almost destined to take him to great heights and engrave his name in history. However, the upcoming years of his career were going to be somewhat bleak. Barcelona stated on its website on July 23, 2009 that it had reached an agreement with Palmeiras to transfer Keirrison to Camp Nou. The deal was worth €14 million, plus a bonus of up to €2 million based on how many games Keirrison featured with the first squad. Keirrison agreed to a 5-year deal. Keirrison declared his admiration for his new team upon his arrival in Spain, according to the official website of Barcelona. He expressed his confidence and hopes of achieving greatness through the platform that Barcelona had provided him. He had already told the media how he was absolutely delighted and motivated to perform for Pep Guardiola's team and had this dream ever since he was a child. He kind of always identified with Spain, and his goal was to play in the same club where many Brazilian legends had donned the blue and red striped jersey. But he was not going to want to live in that dream for long, since it was soon going to become a nightmare. However, despite his fandom of Guardiola, he was not seen very favorably since the very beginning. As soon as he was signed, Guardiola told everyone how he was not too confident about the new entry and did not intend to actively use him in the majority of serious matches that the team would play. In fact, in less than a week of his signing for Barcelona, he was sent off to Benfica on loan for an entire season. Guardiola had already admitted that he would use Keirrison in such a manner, and whilst many thought it would be an uncalled for move since he never really gave Keirrison a chance, Guardiola went ahead with it anyways. In fact, poor Keirrison never really got to play for Barcelona and was rather only bought with the sole purpose of loaning him out for a profit, as confirmed by Juan Laporta. Even at Benfica, Keirrison could not play as much as he deserved to, since the club already had a lot of good strikers on the team. Instead, Keirrison played only 199 minutes for Benfica and spent most of his time on the benches, never really making it onto the first team. In January 2010, then Benfica manager Jorge Jesus even stated that Keirrison would not be playing for the balance of the season. Despite this, Keirrison had become a Portuguese champion, courtesy to his 5 league appearances with Benfica, who won the Primeira Liga. This proves that the man definitely had what it takes, but he was simply not given a fair enough chance. However, the drawback that this had was also immense, and took a toll on Keirrison's career. At Benfica, the little time he did spend on the field did not allow him any space to learn and grow. His skill was never refined to be as impressive as European football demanded, and this meant that he could simply not adjust quickly, even if he was sent back. But Keirrison's tragic story does not end there. He did make it back to Camp Nou, but was unlucky enough to be immediately loaned out to Fiorentina for 18 months afterward. But as things would have it, he was often benched there as well, and only played when some other player was called to the stands. This meant that there was irreparable damage being done to his potential football career as his years of youthful prime were being wasted. Keirrison's transfer with Fiorentina was cancelled prematurely on July 10, 2010. So on July 12th, he was moved to the Brazilian side, Santos, by Barcelona. He had understood the unfair game. He was being played, and his sadness began to show in his performance, making him even further unlikely to be moved up the ladder. He was benched at Santos too, and was further loaned to Cruzeiro by the end of 2010 for the next season up until the end of 2011. By 2012, he was loaned back to Coritiba and was understandably disturbed at this point. So he decided to do something he had never imagined: give up the thought of staying with Barcelona. As his contract with Barcelona neared an end, he did not move to renegotiate a stay of any sort or a new order. Instead, he acted as a free agent to seal a deal with Coritiba. Although the club could not compare to Barcelona, it was still more sincere to him. But given Keirrison's misfortune, he got into a mess there too. Keirrison sued Coritiba in September 2015, claiming unpaid salary and medical expenses related to surgery to recuperate from an injury. Coritiba did not entertain this claim, and Keirrison eventually went to Thailand to negotiate a joining with Buriram United. But by now, he had nothing to offer. He was never given a chance since he began playing with Barcelona and had nothing meaningful to offer. The deal fell apart. He shifted to Londrina and was finally given some opportunity to grow his football career. He played a couple of matches there and is still a member of that team today. But it all came after the man had already lived through a shattered dream. Not only was he always denied the chance to showcase his true potential, but the constant disregard for his skill made him highly pessimistic and compromised much of his physical skill too. The jump from Barcelona all the way back to Coritiba and then to Londrina really takes one aback. This man had so much potential, and it was his manager's greed that had him left on the side like that. Keirrison might be playing for Londrina, but he has lost his charm and his will, or so it seems. Many call him the worst Brazilian to have ever played for Barcelona, but quite frankly, it is unjust to assume that, considering how he was never really allowed to. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. Keep watching.